welcome to Ekate's Crossing. Okay, we're going to extend or keep exploring our Journey of the Heart. This book by John Welwood. Okay, The Path of Conscious Love. Okay, we're up to chapter 11. Okay, so let me just grab, and we're up to part 3 of it. Let's have a look. We're up to part 3. So where are we? Part 3, which is called The Sacred Path, and the chapter number 11 is called Natural Sacredness. When you experience your wisdom and the power of things as they are, together as one, then you have access to tremendous vision and power in the world. You find that you are inherently connected to your own being. That is discovering magic. Tuyam Trang Pa. Okay, so what we're going to do there is we're going to just take a minute to breathe, and I'm going to use the Mermaid Tarot, which was given to me as a gift by a special angel, and I do have the Healing Waters Oracle as well. So let's have a look and see what message are we going to have as we explore Journey of the Heart, chapter 11. Okay, so what message are we actually exploring? You know, what's important to us right now? And we get 5 of Swords. So we might be dealing with quarrels, conflicts, challenges, mental challenges that we have within ourselves. It's about finding the light in the darkness, I feel like here. It's about finding that light. Getting your wishes and your dreams to come into fruition is super important here in regards to relationships. Okay, the next card here, we have 2 of Swords. So we're finding ourselves, we might find ourselves with having to make decisions, being at a crossroads, deciding which path we're going to take mentally on our journey. It's not always physical. Sometimes it can be mental journey. Oh, this card here flew out. What? Just about 2 of Pentacles. Also find that we might be juggling a lot. Here I get a sense of trying to balance our mind and our body. Trying to, I feel like there's a lot of trying to find some balance in what we're doing here mentally and physically in our life. You know, our thoughts and our actions, you know, making sure they're in balance with one another. Super important here. Is there anything else? Oh, as soon as I said, was there anything else? Let's pick that card up. It flew on the ground there. Oh. Okay, we've got about finding our own happiness and joy, finding that sense of inner peace within our own journey. Super, super important here. So here we've got this sense of, we started with the conflicts, the challenges, the quarrels, the arguments, the disagreements, feeling like everything is sort of overwhelming mentally in many ways. We have the sense of trying to find the light out of the darkness, trying to have our wishes being fulfilled, looking for hope in all we do, knowing that we might find ourselves at a bit of a crossroads mentally, and because of the things that we're juggling physically in our life in regards to our relationships, trying to find that sense of balance mentally and physically with the thoughts we have and the actions we actually take, trying to find this sense of happiness and joy in our journey. Super important to do that. Now let's have a look at the Healing Waters card. So what card are we actually going to reflect on with the Healing Waters in this chapter with the messages that we've got there? So what card are we reflecting on today? Let's have a look. Okay. So this card here is pulled out, the Pink Dolphin. Celebration, fun, unbridled joy, and opening your heart to new possibilities. So straight away I'm getting that sense of being in the moment, and very much about that Sun card, you know, opening your heart to new possibilities, that rebirthing, that sense of feeling like there's a new day to the darkness that's coming on, seeing that light out of the darkness. I thought that was quite interesting with the star and the sun here. I thought that was quite an interesting part of this, being able to open up, find that inner peace within oneself with the Two of Swords, trying to find that inner peace, looking at the crossroads, the paths that you've got to be taking. So you need to open your heart to be receptive to what's possible. So let's have a look and see the message from the book. What number is there? The pink dolphin. So let's have a look here. The pink dolphin. Here it is. Okay. The Amazon River dolphin, also known as the pink dolphin because of its unique pinkish colour, is an endangered marine mammal that lives in the fresh waters of the Amazon and Orinoco River basins in South America. Deeply revered, it's the subject of many local myths and legends. In one, it's said that if you go swimming alone, the pink dolphins may transport you to the magical underwater city of Ikante. To be near dolphins is to experience a whole new level of play and joy. This is a card of welcoming more joy into your life, to opening your heart and mind to new experiences and prioritizing happiness and fun. To prioritizing play and taking time off from the monotony of our everyday lives. To play like a child without being attached to the outcome. How can you welcome more joy into your life? What can you do just for fun? What do you want to celebrate? This card is a wonderful one to receive and is always an invitation to stop being so serious, to play and to have more fun. When we play, we're able to release the pressures of the stress that we're carrying and switch off. Often when we do this, the two hemispheres of the brain can make connections and solutions that we previously couldn't see come flowing in. How can you welcome more joy into your life? What an interesting card to think and reflect on. Okay, so shall we continue with chapter 11? This is part 3, the sacred path, as we look at the natural sacredness. Okay, love as a personal path involves ploughing the coarse and rocky ground of ego, breaking up the hardened places inside us, refining and enriching the soil so that life can grow more abundantly in us. Then, having begun to cultivate our earth, we can start to grow in the direction of the open sky. Sacred path involves taking this further step, opening more fully to the vastness of our being, connecting directly with the larger energies moving in and through our relationships and bringing these more fully into our daily life. Discovering sacred vision. I do not use the term sacred here in any conventional religious sense, nor do I mean to suggest that sacredness descends from something on high, a deity or heavenly paradise existing up above us somewhere. Such a view tends to split reality into two disjointed parts, a profane or degraded earth below, and a pure holy heaven on high. We do not have to regard sacredness as something added onto life through special activities or beliefs, nor do we have to get religion or be born again in some dramatic way to discover it. Life has its own natural sacredness, which shines through most brightly when we get out of the way, when we set aside old stories and beliefs that contribute to oppositional mindsets, pitting self against the world as other. In those moments when we can step outside the struggle between self and other and simply open ourselves to what is, we begin to perceive the natural sacred order of earth and sky, life and death, mind and heart and body. Behind all the seeming chaos of the world, when the doors of perception are cleansed in this way, we can appreciate the magnificence of the whole play of reality, in which self and other are but provisional shifting points of view. Human existence is sacred as well, because our intelligence is naturally attuned deep within to the power and magic of the natural order, the pattern that connects heaven and earth. We intuitively know what is wholesome and life promoting, and can distinguish that from what is corrupt and life negating. When we appreciate the simple beauty and power at work in all of creation and choose to live in alignment with that larger vision, we tap into our basic human wisdom and we discover sacred vision. Pre-technological cultures living close to the earth always recognize the basic human need to connect with life's larger energies. This kind of attunement was the sacred pivot point of an individual's life, around which lesser worldly concerns revolved. For the American Indian, the most ordinary activities, whether hunting an animal, eating a meal, teaching a child, sitting down with friends, or simply marking the passage of time and the seasons, were all opportunities to appreciate the sacredness of life. Even the famous sitting bull posture expresses a sacred attitude by aligning the body with heaven and earth. This universal meditation posture reveals how to approach our lives and relationship in an expansive yet fully grounded way. In taking our seat on the earth, slowing down and simply being present, we tap into profundity, the nourishing depth of our being. When we come from this ground of well-being, oppositional struggles, either fighting with or clinging to others in order to make ourselves feel better, fall away. And in facing forward into the larger space before us, we tap into vastness, the greater possibilities within us that lead us to venture beyond where we have already been. Unfortunately, our technological society, in pursuing the conquest of nature, has disrupted our natural connectedness with these elemental powers moving within us. Being cut off from the profundity of earth and the vastness of heaven in our lives leaves us with an unnameable sense of deprivation and hunger, prey to what often seems to be strange, reckless urges to connect with something meaningful and intense. Husbands and wives suddenly leave their marriages after 30 years in search of a nameless fulfillment. Adolescents become involved with drugs, sometimes destroying their lives in search of something that can engage them intensely. People of all ages become susceptible to extremist cults that promise to fill the vacuum they feel inside. Similarly, we may turn to intimate relationships to fill our hunger for the sacred. However, our need to experience awe and devotion in the face of all that is greater than ourselves may cause us to inflate romantic love and regard it as a form of salvation. And this only leads to greater despair and emptiness. When we eventually wake up from this delusion, nonetheless, our confused attempts to use romance to satisfy all our spiritual yearnings do point to an underlying truth. The love between man and woman, or men and men and woman and woman, whatever, the love between two people can provide powerful glimpses of sacred vision. Love has sacred power not because it makes us high, allowing us to rise above ordinary life on clouds of blissful glory, but because it helps us relax the struggle between self and other that is at the root of human suffering. Love is profound because it roots us in the earth, shining its light on all the different sides of who we are, including those we would rather not have to look at. The profound question love poses is, can you face your life as it is? Can you look at all the pain and darkness as well as the power and light in the human soul and still say yes, and love is vast because it makes us want to keep growing and expanding without limit. It allows us to use all the garbage we find inside ourselves as compost to nourish the growth of awareness, courage and compassion, and to enlarge our capacity for relating to life as a whole. So it is important not to get too starry-eyed when contemplating the spiritual dimension of love, for we can bring love's sacred dimension into everyday life only by respecting and attending to the most simple and mundane details of our relationships. Although sacred vision may be vast and profound, it is also quite ordinary. It is a question of honouring the elemental qualities of things as they are, whether it be the solidity of earth, the heart of passion, the fierceness of anger, or the pain of a broken heart. This is why great spiritual masters irreverently cut through any pompous religiosity on their students' part. Where is Buddha to be found? The earnest disciple asks. The cypress tree in the doorway, the Zen master replies. Even more pointedly, the master might answer, the dog shit in the grass, or simply go scrub the floor. Life's ordinary magic lies right in front of us when we relate fully and directly to things as they are. As long as we hold to conventional attitudes that allow us to see only one side of a situation at a time, we remain trapped in oppositional mind and lose touch with sacred vision. That is why spiritual teachers often act outrageously outside the bounds of normal convention, to jar people loose from the habitual mindset that makes reality appear one-dimensional. Sacred outlook is born in moments when our familiar ways of looking at things start to break down, when we are lifted out of ourselves and freed from single-eyed vision. At such times we suddenly have a chance to see without filters, to see life whole in all its contradictions, which no one can ever encompass. Although it may feel painful when our small version of reality breaks open, it is also illuminating, as Job discovered when his world collapsed and God revealed to him the unspeakable vastness of life beyond his worldly concerns. In this light, the difficult challenges that people encounter in joining their energies together are not just personal travails. They are also invitations to open ourselves to the sacred play of the unknown and the unknown, the known and the unknown, the seen and the unseen, and to the larger powers born out of the intimate contact with the great mysteries of life. Okay, so that's it from me. Don't forget to check the links down below. Check the links on my channel. Like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you know when the next video will be uploaded. Take care, and blessed be.